A KSL Sports Beat presentation. Game Night Live kicks off now. Presented by Superior Water.
Thanks for watching a special online edition of Game Night Live. Highlights of all 8 first-round games from the 5A Boys State Basketball Tournament. Games at the Huntsman Center at the University of Utah and the UCCU Center at Utah Valley University. Let's get it started. A huge upset in the first round. West Jordan, a 4-seed, takes down Region 1 champ Skyview. Darian Nebeker and 1. Then Sinai Enoch buries a 3 to give the Jags a 20-8 lead. Nebeker had 19 points, 10 rebounds, a three-pointer right there. He owned the paint. Skyview would close the gap to 4 before the half. Peyton Falslev led the Bobcats with 23. And Mason Falslev, he's just a freshman. I couldn't do that when I was a freshman. He had 19, bright future ahead, but this day belonged to Nebeker and West Jordan. They pull off a stunner to advance. Pleasant Grove moves on to the quarterfinals to win over Davis. 7'3" Matthew Van Komen. 12 points and 12 rebounds for the Vikings. They held Davis to 21% shooting. Tyson Garf hits a 3 late to close the gap, but the dart rally fell short. PG and West Jordan on Wednesday. Jordan and Fremont first half. Saxton Morby, the quarterback on the football team, was on fire. 3 ball from the corner, no problem. Then from the other side, just as easy. He had 14 in the first half. Silver Wolves up 5 at the break. But at the start of the third, Morby stays hot. Another corner 3 for the senior. Then how about this play? Cade Hadley airballs a 3, but Morby catches it midair, reverse layup. He had 26 for Fremont. This looked like it might be a blowout, but a beat digger barrage from 3. Indy Hansen, top of the key. Next trip down, Hansen again. This one gave Jordan the lead, and they didn't stop. Josh Christensen from the far side. He got it. And Crew Wakely, the quarterback of the football team. You can't leave that open. And, of course, he'll take it. Jordan could not miss Hansen one more time. He had 4 from deep. He led Jordan with 18. Fremont kept hanging around until the 4th. Wakely ahead to Christensen for a monster jam. And then Wakely gets the steal. And he'll finish on the other end, the hoop and the harm. And he gets a little carried away there. You can't do that. Jordan put away Fremont 66-55 in a stunner. Syracuse with great passing early on against Lone Peak. Brock Gilbert to Nate Hansen for the reverse lay-in. Only down 2 after the first, trying to pull off a similar upset, but the Knights on the break. Nate Harkness with the lay-in. Lone Peak started to roll. Chantry Ross led the Knights in scoring. He had the 3 ball. Lone Peak rolls over Syracuse 81-56. Ross 17, 5 Knights in double figures. Defending champ Bingham drew Northridge in the first round. The Miners just had too much firepower. Layton Parker was feeling it. He led the way with 21 points, 5 rebounds for the Miners. He buried 4 3-point shots. They led 24-7 after 1 quarter. Utah signee Brandon Carlson, 14 points, 11 rebounds. He owned the paint with 2 thunderous dunks, and Bingham takes care of business to move on to the quarters. A 2-3 matchup between Westlake and Viewmont. Westlake hanging tough with the Vikings. Isaac Lundgren and 1. The game was tied at 24 at the half. Viewmont would outscore the Thunder 19-11 in the third. Josh Mordew with 3 of his 11. Lundgren would keep the Thunder in it. 3 of his team-high 22, beating the third quarter horn, but Viewmont was just too strong. Chandler Cox fighting for the rebound, gets a steal instead. Lewis Johnson led Viewmont with 19. Their reward, a matchup with Bingham on Wednesday. Weber and Copper Hills, first time they've met this year. Weber's Connor Shaw scores the first points of the game. Shockingly, that bucket was half of Weber's first quarter points. Copper Hills was steady offensively. Stockton Shorts, the nice baseline fadeaway. He had a game-high 17 points. Down 12-4 in the first, Weber tries to mount a comeback. Kobe Furcaron hits the layup, but too much balance from Copper Hills. Sophomore Trayvon Alfrey hits the 3. He had 12 points. Then check out the footwork from the youngster. Great move inside. Copper Hills beats Weber handily. They get the winner of this one. Lehigh from Region 4 taking on Region 2 champ Layton. Lehigh hanging tough after 1 quarter. Ethan Tuckett led the Pioneers with 18, but Layton would flex their muscle in the second quarter. Truman Brown and 1. And just before the end of the half, Brown with a 3. He had a game-high 23, and the Lancers move on to face Copper Hills on Wednesday. So on Tuesday, both sites will host the first round of the 4A Boys State basketball tournament. We'll be at both venues and have highlights of each game. You can also go to live.ksl.com and watch every game live online. Thanks for watching.